around the back, doubled. I'm placing my arms, my hands in the loops. I'm making sure it's completely untwisted, and I'm gonna wrap just around my mid-thoracic spine. And I'm gonna use the compression and exhale. Inhale, and I'm gonna just sit up here, expand, and exhale, lift, and enjoy the sense of that stretch. Inhale, open, and exhale. Now I'm gonna wrap my arms here. I'm gonna keep that sling-like around my back as I try to really expand at the same time, press into the compression of the stretch-eze. That creates a little more space between those vertebral columns. Exhale. Inhale. I'm going to bring it down a little bit more towards my lower back. Exhale. Lift. So we're teaching people how to really sense in their bodies as they slowly curl back, to not scrunch, but to lift and widen into the stretch-eze. Inhale, breathe. I'm going to put this over my knees now. And exhale, going down a little further. Inhale, breathe. Try to maintain that fluidity of your spine. Exhale, curl. If you have a ball, you can place it between your knees to really keep that hip-thigh relationship. And come all the way back. Inhale, breathe. And exhale, squeeze. And just lift the tail slightly off the floor. Inhale, let your back arch. And exhale, lengthen and lift. So I'm finding that the stretchies on my body in this way brings my awareness to the hip bone knee relationship. My hip bones are lengthening down and my knees are lengthening away. Inhale, down. Breathe, exhale, lift. Relaxing the neck, inhale, breathe. Down, exhale, scoop and lift. Inhale, breathe. I'm going to remove the ball. I'm going to place the ball behind. I'm going to roll it down and place it behind my neck. So I get a little more head-neck involvement with this spinal curl. And one way to prevent it from falling down is to place your hands under both sides of the outer piece. As you exhale, you just keep your hands there. Like, really get the good sense of the hip bone, sartorius, and the knee relationship. And inhale down, exhale, lift. Inhale down. So I'm working on stabilizing my pelvis while I'll now just hinge from the leg, hinge from the hip. And down. I'm going to slide my hands into the loops on top of the knee to keep a hold of this knee. And exhale, reach the other leg all the way down. I've got this arm in the stretchies. So now I'm going to wrap. I'm going to unwrap. I'm going to wrap. And inhale, expand. Exhale. Breathing out and feeling my ribs expand as I open the rib cage 360 degrees around my back ribs. And exhale, now everything squeezes out. This really kind of encourages the expansion of the rib cage as we breathe. Not just the front, but the back of the ribs. Exhale. Up, down, out, and up. And bend. Place that over here. And the other one reaches all the way down. squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, pulling my legs slightly across midline. Inhale, opening away from midline. I'm using the resistance to feel my upper left quadrant and my lower right quadrant in a good relationship. Inhale, open. Exhale, I'm using the resistance for this hip and this shoulder joint. Inhale, open. I'm going to slide both my other arm in as a transition. Slide it down. And bring my feet in. So you can do this just one leg after the other, moving the foot. So now I'm sustaining that pelvic stability that I just attained. I'm going to slide my feet open. I'm going to place the outside over my knees and elevate. I'll take that ball out, elevate. Down. So I'm using a little less resistance now than I did initially on that pelvic shoulder bridge. Exhale. I'm applying a little pull here as my knees reach the opposite direction. Or you can pull the other way. You can pull this way to feel the length of your pelvis away from your rib cage. Get 2 feet up. And let's take it off the feet and just get some upper body. Do the arms. I'm gonna move this ball. I think I'll bring the ball back in my head again. And forward and up. And pull apart as I bring down towards my chest. Forward and up. Pull apart. Go a little side. So just explore range of motion of your arms in their shoulder joints. And slide forward, front, forward, front. Can you see me? I need to move down a little bit, I think. Yep. Okay. Do a whole arm series here. All right, then I'm gonna, a nice transition, I'm gonna remove the ball. I'm gonna bring the stretchies behind my head. Widen it. And from here, I'm just gonna lift. Circles. So mind your hands, that your hands aren't straining, that they're holding. I like to hold it where it's on the inside of my thumb and my pointer finger. That's it. Shoulder bridge. No resistance now. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen your head. Elevate your pelvis. And exhale. Reach one leg, other leg. And let's come all the way up. Just take the stretchies off. Bring it around. So way to start, where you get that nice pelvic tilt in the head, tail connection through all the spinal tilts. From here, let's take it where you put it over your shoulders like a cape, and we're going to cross it, and we're going to step our feet from the outside over, from the outside of it and inside. So it creates a twist, but it's under your legs. Now, some of these wraps were discovered by other people working with it as time goes on, and this was one of them. This came from Wendy LeBlanc Arbuckle. So it's giving a different kind of input where you can actually feel it's helping you feel the connection between your upper and the back of your leg. Something like that. Anyway, just see what you feel. And we're going to try some roll downs here. Rolling down. The other way, some people prefer to have it up and over so the shoulders are free. And you can use this as you go back as help. Breathe, exhale, head floats. I'm going to use this to slide my hands along it, up and over. Roll through the spine, widening this on the back, keeping the width between your feet. It has a nice kind of mirroring effect of the sartorius, the back of the leg, the heel, up and over. Wrap one foot. I'm going to take the Stretch-eze and wrap it around once and wrap it around twice. So now I have like a booty. Take open and cross and open and cross. Circle down, up, circle down, and up, down, out and up, then down and up. Inhale, exhale, up. Inhale, exhale, up. Other foot. Come to sitting, help yourself up. Unwrap. Other foot goes in. Make sure your foot's in the middle. You're gonna wrap it around once. And wrap the other side around twice. It'll be a little twisted, but it's okay. You just get as much untwisted on the back as possible. Now you've got a booty on your left leg. All the way back. Open. Cross. Open. So I'm using the input of the resistance so my leg is more deeply rooted in the hip, while at the same time I'm reaching out that leg. Across, open from midline and across midline. Exhale. Inhale, open. Reach your leg. Go to the edge of your stretch. Exhale, cross. with your inward rotation. Circle down, middle. Reverse that circle around, middle. Try it again, the circle around, and up, and cross over, and up. Bring yourself up to sitting, and open that leg. Let's take a side stretch from here. Side. That's good. So I'm leaning into that pull. I'm feeling how my bottom of my foot is connected all the way to the back of my right hip. This band is connecting them. I'm feeling that counter-tensional pull between the two. Up. Change sides. Unwrap, unwrap. Place your other foot in. Wrap, wrap. And I'm going to lean the other way. I use this to pull myself a little further than I can normally go. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reach. Good. One more. Inhale, reach. Breathe. Let's unwrap, unwrap, and let's do a little more side stretch, but we're going to sit on stretchies. So, and I'm going to twist it and come up like here. Actually, I'm going to twist it in the back. Feels better from the back. And you can just go without the twist to start with, but actually, you gotta make sure you're sitting all the way on it. Let's make one twist in the back. And try that. It's a pretty good input up through the back of the spine, back of the head. This is good for posture too. Yeah. Maybe not twisted. Let's try not twisted. Let's just go here. Yeah, that's good. Up. 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 Slide. Reach. Moving to, okay, so we did side, legs, sides, spine, legs, sides. Let's do the front of the body a little bit, okay? So let's come off the stretchies. Take it off. And let's just come onto the stomach. I like to use my ball, my head here. So all I'm doing is just reaching my arms away with resistance, rolling my head, rolling my head. the shoulders. Bring the knees through. Take my feet in. And come onto my stomach. And get some thigh stretch. To show you one of the constructive rest positions. We're going to double it around the knees, a double loop. Just like here, double loop. Then, how's that go? All right, let's try it again. I'm going to start from the back to the front. I'm going to twist it in the front and then put it over my knees. I'm going to take one of these front ones. I'm going to come down on my back. Ugh, it's not exactly right. I guess I just take this one, is what it is. So I've got the fabric double looped around my knees, and I take one of the edges closest to me, and I'm going to bring it, let it bring my knees together, and bring this over my head. So it's creating a nice compression around my knees. I like the ball back in my head too. Or you can slide it down onto your shoulders if that feels too much on your head. But the good part is that it really keeps my knees together, so it allows me to really relax the leg, the femur bone right into my hip. I don't have to use any muscle or any tension to just be in this position. It's really good. that's one. And then another one that I really like that was designed by a yoga therapist is the wrapping of both feet. Wrapping them around one way and then the other way. So you can go into happy baby. I like this around my head because it makes me feel all snuggly.